Hello, I'm Davia Chambers, and this week we're taking a trip to a hidden treasure in the small village known as Mason Hall. Mason Hall also happens to be the birthplace of our current Prime Minister, Dr. Keith Rowley. We're at the newly established Greenfield Resort, nestled in the foothill of Easterfield Road area, only 20 minutes from the airport and 15 minutes from the capital of Tobago, Scarborough. Don't go anywhere. We have an exciting show for you this week. Let's Talk Tobago starts now. Tobago wins 26th consecutive National Secondary Schools Track and Field Championships. We have highlights on a fresh produce safety workshop, and later we give you a taste of the Tobago Jazz Experience 2016.
SIT Tobago, ready to provide your community with the highest degree of professional services in emergency response. Contact SIT Mariah at 660-0065 or SIT Speyside at 660-6096. SIT 24-hour services, emergencies, medical or other. SIT Pro, the new face of emergency management.
Welcome to the Scarborough Library facility. Here we utilize the latest technology to bring you library and information services. Once inside, the staff at the information desk will direct you to the relevant department. And now, our CSR Darian will help you through the registration process.
Hi, good day. Ready to register?
Hi, good afternoon, yes.
I see your documents. One completed form, photo identification and utility bill.
Yes.
Thanks much. This is your library card. It displays your user ID as well as your barcode. This information is also reflected on the reverse side. If you'd like, you can tear along the perforated line to detach the two pieces. This can be kept in your keychain, the other can be kept in your wallet or your purse.
But the Scarborough Library facility is so much more than just physical books. Once registered, you can log on to our website at library.diaz.gov.tt. Scroll down to select the NALIS link. Once you are connected to the NALIS website, you can then download the Overdrive app to your Apple or Android devices. Using your personal account, you can borrow ebooks and access online databases. Renewal of physical books can also be done online. The new Scarborough Library facility will revolutionize your library experience, where information inspires innovation.
The Greenfield Resort is successfully owned by Sharon Thomas and Lawrence Ned and has been operational since 2013. With a passion for expert services and island luxurious living, the Greenfield family welcomes you. We're going to switch gears now, so listen up. Tobago athletes are once again showing they can be the best in the country. Our young sporting talent dominated the secondary schools track and field championships for yet another year. We find out more in this story.
They were given a welcome fit for champions. That's because these junior athletes retained the Champion District Trophy for the 26th consecutive time in the 2016 National Secondary Schools Track and Field Championships. Tobago's athletes conquered the 100 meters hurdles, 400 meters hurdles, high jump, javelin throw, and a number of other disciplines. They tallied 1,176.5 points, almost 300 more than the second-placed team.
Going to Trinidad and competing, it's a learning experience for everyone. Even if we have done it for a long while, we still encounter certain obstacles that we have to overcome, and we try to give it our best shot. 5
Tobago schools finished in the top 10, with Bishop's High School winning the overall school title. Anya Akili of Bishop's is the Victrix Ludorum of the Games. She won gold in the girls under 18 100 and 400 meters hurdles and the long and high jump events. Their homecoming celebrations were mixed with pride and inspiring advice.
Continue to feel proud. Continue to encourage all the other students in your school to do just as well as you have done in sport. And I tell you something, Sometimes you feel, okay, I'm an athlete and I can't do well in academics. You can do it. Let me hear you say, I can do it. Let me hear you say, I can do it. Just as you have done excellently in sport, I know you can do well in your academics as well.
The young athletes were also encouraged to use their success as motivation to achieve more.
The successes that you bring to Tobago, 26 years and counting, needs to be maintained. You need to continue to represent us well. You need to continue to represent yourself well. Sport is a vehicle that everyone can use for better lives.
The Division of Education, Youth Affairs and Sport continues to support the students as they develop their athletic abilities. I'm Kern De Freitas for Let's Talk Tobago.
The unusual name of Greenfield came from the owner's love of the color green and the couple's common birthstone emerald. Now, with the economy facing many challenges, the focus is on doing more with less in these financially challenging times. In Tobago, one institution is encouraging discussions on productivity. Omadara Mills has more in this story.
Productivity is not just about having more people to work or better equipment. In order to fix productivity-related problems, we must understand how our economy and our society work, how these systems have been shaped by our history, and the reasons for low levels of productivity and poor work ethic.
These are some of the ideas Dr. Terence Farrell shared during his lecture on productivity during an economic downturn in an underachieving society.
I think that we have a set of attitudes and a set of behaviors that really reflect some historical, deeply rooted ideas about the relationship between superiors or bosses and workers and so on. And that those attitudes do in fact turn out to be inimical to productivity.
Dr. Farrell is an economist and author. His research will be available in his upcoming book, which provides an insight into increasing productivity and creating a better work culture. The lecture was organized by the Scarborough Library Facility in commemoration of World Book and Copyright Day, an UNESCO Day observance which encourages reading and literacy, factors that affect the country's output.
A lot of remedial work now needs to be done in terms of improving literacy. Once you improve literacy, then people can then engage with material in a more productive fashion. I mean, even instructions. If you have a worker who has to understand these are the instructions that I need to follow for safety reasons or how I do the job, if they can't read and they can't absorb that properly, then you can have problems. So it's extremely important, I think. So the library, I think, is certainly to be commended for this effort and for this exercise.
Head librarian Helen Johnson further explains the importance of promoting a reading culture on the island.
Reading is important because if you cannot read, you can't get very far in society. So even while persons are saying, okay, now it's a digital age and they're using their phones, they're using their computers, you have to read what is on those devices in order to understand what's happening.
The library plans to host similar activities that promote a desire for reading and knowledge building. I'm Omadara Mills for Let's Talk Tobago.
Want to unwind? Well, one can do that near the poolside area and take in the sunset or hills. Now, speaking of relaxing, this next story is all about the jazz and patrons who came out to have fun. They flocked to the Pigeon Point Heritage Park to take in performances from two neo-soul artists at the Tobago Jazz Experience 2016. If you missed it, don't worry. Here are some of the big moments.
It was one of the most anticipated nights of the Tobago Jazz Experience 2016, with American singers, songwriters, and record producers Lauryn Hill and Maxwell, all set to perform at the Beach Jazz Fiesta, hosted at the Pigeon Point Heritage Park. And they did not disappoint.
I know before.
Maxwell had the female patrons screaming as he delivered his love songs.
In the moment when you were revealed, 'cause you were a dream that you should not have been, a fantasy. Should be crying, but I just can't let it go. Should be open, but I can't stop thinking. No.
Other artists gracing the stage were
It's hard to get by, just wanna smile, girl. Oh, baby, baby, it's a wide world. I'll always remember you just like a child, girl.
It's gonna take a lot to drive me away from you. There's nothing that 100 men or more can ever do.
the Tobago Jazz Experience 2016 ran for 9 days, from April 16th to 24th. I'm Caroline Wallace for Let's Talk Tobago.
On the other side of the break, we'll tell you all about a fresh produce safety workshop. Stay where you are. Let's Talk Tobago will be right back.
Going to Barbados? Why continue to pay high prices when you can get there for only US $231.95, all taxes included? Yes, you heard right. You can now travel to Barbados from Tobago for a mere US $231.95 on Gold's weekly service. So if you're going to Barbados for business, the beach, crop over, or attending university, stop wasting your money on those other high-priced airlines and get there for a fraction of the cost. To book, just log on to www.vogel.com.br. Barbados just got closer.
The Tobago House of Assembly has a plan, the Comprehensive Economic Development Plan, CEDP, and it is for all of us. Are you ready to benefit from higher levels of development in Tobago and a higher standard of living?
We ready!
The priority areas are branding Tobago, clean, green, safe, and serene. Business development and entrepreneurship.
Are you ready?
Human capital development.
I'm ready.
Social development and resilience.
I'm ready.
Improved infrastructure and utilities. Enhanced safety and security.
I'm ready.
Environmental sustainability. Tourism.
Are you ready?
Marine resources and forestry.
Are you ready?
Good governance and institutional reform.
The CEDP is ready. Join us and get on board.
Let's travel the island, straight back to my land, even to Thailand.
This sitting area and the bedrooms are designed to make the travelers feel at home. Its calm and comfort soothes weary guests and offers a peaceful environment to shed the trappings of everyday living. Healthy environment, healthy food. That's what this next story is all about. It's therefore very important to practice safe and healthy measures for handling fruits and vegetables. Omadara Mills tells us how the food production industry is ensuring you get quality on your dining table.
It's not yet officially commissioned, but just over 80 people got the chance to visit the packing house facility at Shore Park as part of a workshop on fresh produce safety. The participants also learned about proper pre- and post-harvesting practices and the prevention of foodborne illnesses. One of them is lead lecturer at the Tobago Hospitality and Tourism Institute, Marcus Joseph, who tells us how he will use what he learnt.
HTI actually is located on 98 acres of arable fertile land, and I thought this would have been a good opportunity to do some planting so that we can use the finished product in the school production kitchen. And the second thing, I think it would be good for the kids' entrepreneurial spirit to see what I have learned I can take back to the school and maybe impart some of my knowledge to them.
The two-day workshop was facilitated by the Division of Agriculture, Marine Affairs, Marketing and the Environment. It was held in collaboration with the Inter-American Institute for Cooperation on Agriculture. Another participant explains how he can help improve his organization's operations.
Well, one of the areas we looked at with interest is in terms of the packaging. And it has some importance to us because we have to package things in order to deliver to some of our customers. And one of the areas in which we did learn some new things was in the areas of using instruments to test the food, so you could be able to identify the quality of food, sweetness in the produce and things like that.
This training will also benefit you, the consumer. Here's how.
The nutrition value is very important to health, and worldwide people are moving towards healthy living. If the primary processors and the agro processors could follow the right system, the right technique, keeping the produce safe and keeping it at a high quality, then they'll retain that nutritive value and it will pass on to the consumer.
The workshop will ensure consumers buy healthy food. It will also prepare the participants to meet the sanitary standards for processing fruits and vegetables once the packing house facility opens. I'm Omadara Mills for Let's Talk Tobago.
The patio area here at Greenfield overlooks the pool, and it beckons you to have a cocktail while you also take in the vast landscape. Now, for any society, the key to a strong future lies in youth development. One workshop is geared towards putting the island's youth on the right path. We hear more in this story from Crystal George.
Youth development goes beyond academic learning. It's also about ensuring that Tobago's leaders benefit from the holistic development. The most recent Youth Empowerment for Success YES program included a 10-session workshop from March 7th to April 15th. The workshop is designed to help young Tobagonians develop the right attitudes and behaviors to help them become more well-rounded individuals.
Life skills is generally about equipping persons with the knowledge and the skills to make positive choices, to make the best life possible for them.
Throughout the session, the participants were introduced to different areas that will help them in their everyday life. These included setting new goals, job searches and interviews, communication skills at the workplace, and even a crash course, an introduction to micro-business.
The experience was a pretty good one. We learned a lot about business and how to deal with people. We also learned a little bit about financing. In certain sections, we learn how to deal with people and certain matters when it comes to the business place. And people, you get experience if you have your own business. And that is something really important because there are a lot of people out there that are hard to deal with.
Another participant is encouraging other young people to get on board for the next installment of the YES program.
When you see it advertised, tell your friends about it, drag them along, and it's something that they'll be able to learn from.
The YES program is an initiative of the Division of Finance and Enterprise, which helps develop and enhance life skills among participants. I'm Crystal George for Let's Talk Tobago.
At the bottom of the Greenfield main patio, there's a great view that overlooks the village of Mason Hall, surrounded by nature. We leave nature for a moment to take in another kind of beauty. One woman spotted the need to assist people with dress and etiquette on the island. Meet Sharon Devines Daniel, who's reshaping Tobago one person at a time.
Flawless Image Consultants is a company dedicated to providing assistance to young ladies as well as mature women in areas such as wardrobe, office and dining etiquette, and image enhancement. This company is also one of the many that has benefited from financial assistance from the Division of Community Development. Founder and owner of the business, Sharon Devines Daniel, explained that she saw a need for an organization solely geared towards developing well-rounded females, allowing them to become their most beautiful self.
We look at young women today, their issues with dress. We see it in the workplace, we see it at church, we see it on the streets, and there's that issue of dress. So that issue of behavior, we see it on social media with the way young ladies conduct themselves. I have never seen an era, an age where young women are actually fighting and disregard for authority. So I'm saying that. So with the company and you ask why should etiquette and all those things be interested, they should be interested in it because it helps to polish a young woman.
She further explains that Flawless Image Consultants has done well in exposing women to new experiences.
We are making a difference. It may seem small, but we are creating a big impact. Parents would have made me that, you know, my daughter would, she has changed, because it's all about bringing confidence.
From the Division of Community Development and Culture, I'm Kimberly Job for Let's Talk Tobago.
On the other side of the break, we have highlights from the Tobago Jazz Experience 2016. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Hey, why don't you step into the Scarborough Library facility? It has all the knowledge of our land, people and heritage that you just won't find online. The Scarborough Library facility is now open. Tobago Library Services. Information inspires innovation.
Completely hidden from the main road by nature, Greenfield is a family-run, self-catering holiday destination with 11 bedrooms, all reasonably priced. Now, another key feature of the Tobago Jazz Experience is World Music Night. This year, it was all about a major American hip-hop singer. Here's more.
They began chanting his name even before he entered the stage for World Music Night at the Tobago Jazz Experience 2016. The feature artist for the night, J. Cole, had the crowd singing the words of every song he performed, much to his surprise.
So why you acting like you know that I'm a rock, or you either way it goes? Tell me, girl, why you be stressing me on top? You tell me you love me, can't you see I drop? Hands up, it wasn't that like that. See what's in my man, Claire. Long hair, brown skin with
And there were even more performances that rocked the Pigeon Point Heritage Park.
I can make your life shine. It's too late, I can't wait. And this is all I'm left.
I see through the windows of your soul, the pain you try to ignore. Nothing will ever change, the razor versus your veins. Despair is in your eyes, the steam is running low.
When you feel that heat, and we gonna ride the boogie, share that beat of love. I wanna rock with you all night.
The Queen of Bacchanal, Destra Garcia, brought the curtains down on World Music Night, but she switched things up a bit before she turned the atmosphere into a carnival fete.
That we fall, that life's a ball, so full of the superficial. Just tell them to call me. It's my pleasure. Just tell them to call me. Call me whenever. Inside a defense. Just call me. You want to get wet. Just call me. All out on the road. Just call me. In case you forget now, the comedy party.
I'm Caroline Wallace for Let's Talk Tobago.
Greenfield Resort is designed for the whole family, with the right amount of disconnect from the hustle and bustle of everyday life. This sounds like a place you can easily run to for a few days. Now this week, Let's Talk Tobago is all about relaxation as we explore what Cari Jazz had to offer, a fusion of Caribbean music and jazz. It's one of the new features of the Tobago Jazz Experience, and it drew a massive crowd. Here are the highlights.
The opening sounds coming from Cari Jazz at the Tobago Jazz Experience 2016. Arturo Tapin and band heated up the stage with electrifying performances. There was also a bit of rapso. Etienne Charles then cooled things down with his trademark soulful renditions. Closing off Carrie Jazz 2016 was Jamaican reggae band Third World. For Let's Talk Tobago.
It's Have Your Say time, and we want to hear some of your creative solutions to our question this week. So the THA Road Paving Program has resumed. Is there anything in particular that you would recommend? Here's what some of you had to say.
I don't have a problem with the roads and signal side or anything. Majority of the roads I find are well kept.
Definitely need the road going up to Wim School. Yeah, really need help to get that road fixed.
Most of the places right now just need more work.
A lot of work by John Dial supposed to be completed. But don't blame the government for it, blame the contractors.
When coming in from Vicky's Guest House, from the main road to Vicky's Guest House, that take you up into the village, there's a riverside there that it's still danger for pedestrians and people who drive in that road, because any little mistake you make is in the river you're going.
If it could last for a while, I welcome it. So many vehicles on the road now and people are complaining, so we need better roads, man.
As always, we thank you for watching. Email us with your comments or queries about the program, and be sure to visit our website, like us on Facebook, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. From our house to yours, I'm Davia Chambers, along with the Department of Information, Office of the Chief Secretary, Tobago House of Assembly, wishing you a safe and productive week.
I'm fed up by this thing. You want me bust your back, you want me ram your dance, you make me back so far. You telling me no hat, you tell me no slipper, you tell me no short pants. So when you
I wanna see a wave.